My name is Tia Jewell, and I am the Marketing and Events Coordinator for the Georgia Tech School of Building Construction. And I also manage graduate recruitment. So I have many hats that I enjoy here at the school. We're glad that all of you could join us this morning. And we know you are here because you are eager to learn more about our program. We're sure that the school is not the only one you're considering, but it is probably by far the best one. But of course, we're biased. So we just want to, I'm going to take time right now and introduce our administrative staff. Well, first, we're going to watch a quick video just to get us a little pumped and hyped this morning. 1 second. I love this video. It encompasses so much. Georgia Tech offers a lot of programs that are ranked number one in the country. Not only that, it is in the heart of Midtown Atlanta, one of the most technological cities right now in the United States. So we are proud of all the programs that we have, all the number one programs that we have. We enjoy the location, the weather, the people, the diversity, the cultures. Atlanta, Georgia does have a lot to offer. I would like to introduce our administration who is on the line right now. Dr. Daniel Castro, he is professor and chair. Laura Alger, academic advisor. Jennifer Burton, she is our new senior administrative assistant to the school. And again, I'm Tia Jewell. So I'm just going to go through the line here and ask each one to introduce themselves again. Dr. Castro?
Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this session. And we're very happy to share information with you about the school and about the program. So again, welcome.
Laura?
Hi, I'm Laura Alger. I'm the academic advisor. I've probably spoken with most of you via email. Welcome to the School of Building Construction.
And then Jennifer, are you there? She may have her horn on mute. And then again, I'm Tia. And then let's see here. So I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Castro. He's going to give an overview of our programs. Go ahead, Dr. Castro.
Thank you, Tia. So as you can see in this slide, the School of Building Construction has several degrees and programs. I mean, we have actually 5 programs that lead to a degree and 1 undergraduate certificate, which does not lead to a degree, but is very popular on campus, and I think will continue being popular. So let me start from the bottom of that slide, and then we go gradually to the top. Really, the undergraduate certificate is basically a 12 credit hour program that we devise for any student on campus who is interested in construction management. And so, I mean, as the slide says, the only requirement is the student has to be juniors and seniors. They have to take 2 required courses in the certificate and 2 electives. And Ms. Alger will work with any student interested in this. Then the Ph.D. in building construction, this is also, I mean, all these degrees, most of them are fairly new. So the Ph.D. in building construction, by the way, is reaching its 10-year anniversary this year, and it has been a great success. We basically transformed the face of the school with this degree because it's bringing a lot of research activity to the school. And as you know, Georgia Tech is a research university, so we are in line with that. The PhD program has right now probably 10 students. We typically have about 2 students per faculty member, so that's about you do the math, and we are about 5 or 6 research intensive faculty members. And then so then comes the professional masters in occupational safety and health. We colloquially call it PMOSH degree. This is the only online degree in the College of Design. It's a 2-year cohort-based degree. It has been around, I think, 3 years. So we are now receiving cohort number 4 this year. So it has about 25 students per cohort, and it's fully online, just so you know. But again, it's very specific on occupational safety and health. And by the way, given the current situation in the world, this degree has gained a lot of notoriety and relevance. And we hope that will continue being so. So we also have the Master of Real Estate Development. We call it MRED. And this has been around also 3 or 4 years. And again, this was an effort that Georgia Tech made 3 years ago just to respond to the needs of the industry. You know, we wanted to really be in the forefront of real estate development and be different than other real estate programs in the region that focus on finance and we wanted really to be the focus of technology and design together and how to develop. So that's why it's hosted here in the School of Building Construction, is because we really look at the development side of things. All right. And the program has about 30 students every year coming in. Then we have the Master of Science in Building Construction and Facility Management. This is one of our signature degrees, has been around for now 20 years. It is probably the degree that we had for, spread in more concentration areas. I think we have 2 concentrations. We have 2 tracks on 1 concentration. So the 2 concentrations are, as the title says, building construction and facility management. And then within building construction, students can pick either construction management or program management. All right, and the facility management side is accredited by ABET. Again, this is the only degree in the College of Design that is accredited by ABET. You know, and this is the same organization that accredits the engineering programs at Georgia Tech. And so just so you know, it's very intensive, the degree in terms of, I mean, I'm talking about the general master's degree in terms of technology. I mean, very hands-on content, especially a course called Technology Applications for the construction industry. Also, the capstone is very hands-on. We have a few more courses that are very hands-on. So that means students need to learn about how to use technology. And we are by the way, figuring out how to keep, you know, these courses in a hybrid mode moving forward, because, you know, as you know, we won't be able to come to campus every day, but we are figuring this out, and then to offer you the best experience possible. And then the program on top is a fairly new degree, because we had it in the past. We decided to move to graduate programs, but then we are coming back to having undergraduate degree again. So it's the Bachelor of Science in Building Construction is beginning this fall, and we're very excited about this because it's giving us the full continuum here, the full cycle, okay, undergraduate, master's and PhD degrees under one roof. And we are very excited about this. This is a 120 credit hour degree plus wellness, and again, it's going to have all the ingredients that we have learned, by the way, to being 10 years in grad school, which make, you know, industry professionals very satisfied, which are technology, communications, leadership, interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary project. And that's all I have for now. So now let me introduce you to one of our students, Mr. Leonardo Garcia. He is, as I said, a PhD student, but again, he completed the master's degree with us, the Master of Science in Building Construction and Facility Management. He also completed a Master of Science in Architecture. He's a civil engineer undergraduate and also an architect undergraduate, and happens to be a PhD a student in building construction. So Leonardo, welcome, and we appreciate that you're sharing your experience with us.
Hi, Daniel. Great to see you. Thank you for inviting me to this. As Daniel said, I've been here for 3 years already. I'm getting into my 4th and hopefully final year on the PhD. And they asked me to share a little of my experience with everybody here. And I just wanted to start by saying that it's always scary to start a new thing, but a great thing about this school and about this university, there's a lot of people that are here to help you through the process. Laura and Dr. Castro are always willing to go the extra mile to help everybody, to help get adopted. So as tough as the process might seem, the school really makes it easy for everybody. So I came to the school to start a PhD, but one of the advantages of the school is that there's a lot of interdisciplinarity available. There are a lot of interactions with other schools. I've taken classes in structural engineering, in architecture, everybody. So the school really helps you get um, gives you perspective and helps you get a comprehensive view of the industry through all the interaction of all the people you have around you. There are also a lot of professors of either of practice or that have had a lot of practice. So it's not only the theory, it's not only the classes itself. There's a lot of experience flowing through these professors into every class that you might get, and I've found that very valuable just because you can ask them the hard questions and either they'll already have dealt with it and give you an answer, or they will figure out what the answer to your question might be. So I think that has a lot of value in this school. Those professors of practice, of professors with a lot of experience. The other thing this school has is, well, this is the Georgia Institute of Technology. So the school is really at the edge of technology. There's a lot of classes oriented to keep you up with the technology, the new developments. Dr. Isari has a very interesting class on technology applications in construction. He has a class on drones. Dr. Ph.D. has a class on building information modeling. You can also take classes in the School of Architecture for information technology and developments in our industry. So you can really be on the edge of technology and current developments, and that will give you a lot of value when you go back to the industry. You could either get your drone license, you will be able to use laser scanning, drones, beam technologies, BDC technologies to really help you be at the edge of technology, and that has given me a lot of value, especially because the school also helps you a lot to build a professional and academic network all along the way. I think that's one of the things I've liked the most in the school. The school has its own career fair, and there are also career fairs in architecture and civil engineering. Professors have a lot of guest speakers that help you build this network, this professional network, get connected with people. Tia also is always looking for new opportunities and help you handle new opportunities. So all in all, the experience has been great. I've been able to be at the edge of technology, learn everything that's happening new in the industry, see how things are done through the professors of practice, get new opportunities, develop a network. So it's not only about the school, it's about all the opportunities that it brings along the path. So it's been a really good experience, and I would really recommend everybody to give it a chance and get the most out of it.
Thank you, Leonardo. That was awesome.
Thank you.
While he is on the line, I want to take just a few minutes to see if, before he exits, if anyone has any questions for him. He's our only current student on the horn right now, so now would be your opportunity to ask a current student a question versus staff, faculty. So anyone have a question for Leonardo? And if not, that's fine too. I will reach out to him. Possibly he can share his email a little later. And if so, then Laura will facilitate that if you want to send him a question directly. Sometimes you get a different perspective when it comes from a current student versus faculty and staff. But Leonardo, thank you again. I appreciate your time.
No, thank you for having me. Sure thing, please. Feel free to reach out anytime you need.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Dr. Castro did share a little bit about our concentrations. Dr. Castro, did you want to emphasize anything else about our concentrations in the areas of graduate study?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, I mean, we try to reflect in our concentrations really the character of the construction industry. You know, we are aware that you can and you could end up working for a contractor, construction contractor, or for an owner, or for a facility manager. So what we did is we tried to reflect that in the curriculum by offering you two concentrations, one in building construction and facility management, and also within building construction we tried to also provide you the opportunity to be specialized on either owner's perspective or contractor's perspective, meaning construction manager or program manager. And if at this point you are not sure, oh, should I go into facility management or building construction, and within building construction, should I go into construction management or program management, that's okay, all right, that's okay. Maybe at this point you want to know more about what is it really, any concentration. So my advice is to get started, take one class on each concentration. There are plenty of electives that will count for both, so you will not be losing anything by trying the courses. And then you will make your mind, and of course you will talk to faculty, you will talk to Ms. Alger about the courses that are coming up, and then you can advance, okay? But this is, by the way, we have all this variety just to improve and to make your education more well-rounded. So you should be able to talk to architects, to engineers, to owners, to even to lawyers. So again, that's the purpose of this, is to broaden your skill sets, and that's why we really encourage you to start taking courses. And then you don't have to. I mean, you have to declare at the beginning a concentration, which is something you can work with Ms. Alger to define it. But then later on, you can refine, especially the track you want to be in. But and again, the underlying message is you will not be losing any time by start taking courses from the other concentration or from the other tracks. Okay. Yes, Tia, go ahead.
And then, Dr. Castro, if you can elaborate more, share our core electives too, please.
Yes, so there's a segment in the curriculum in which you need to pick 2 courses out of 3. And the reason we did this is because we are aware that some of you may have already a very strong background in one area, and you don't want to go deeper in that. You prefer to go in a different one. So that's why we decided to make it optional. Again, pick 2 out of 3. However, if you want to take all 3, that's okay too, because there's still room for electives. Okay, so that's okay. So one of the classes is Advanced Cost Management. This is a class that will go into the depths of cost. And you can imagine how important cost is for construction management or facility management for any discipline. So we want to make sure that you have this exposure here and go and in detail in this field. Then there's a class called Leadership in Design and Construction. It's a 6685. It's a class in which you are immersed into the theories and applications of leadership and also communications. Again, construction is also about not only leadership but also communication. So there's an important communication component there. And finally, as Leonardo mentioned, there's a class called Technology Applications in the Construction Industry. We colloquially call this class Tech Apps. It's 6005, and then as the picture there, Professor Rizari is showing the students, it's a very hands-on. The students will be able to learn how to, for example, operate laser scanners, computer applications for project management, drones, and then interactive, interactive devices, and then. The good thing is you can also be able to get a pilot, drone pilot license, because many contractors, by the way, are looking for these type of skills nowadays. These jobs didn't exist 10 years ago. Now we are seeing many and many of those, like virtual design and construction managers. All right. So again, these are electives. That's the good news. So if you really feel you don't want to take this class, you can still have 2 other choices. But if you want to take them all, that's fine too. Go ahead, Tia.
Thank you. And then things every new grad needs to know. I'm going to ask Laura to share this slide with you.
Hi, everyone. So I see a couple of you that have asked to defer. So I want to first let you know, as I did yesterday, that I am waiting to send deferrals until closer to the start of class in case you want to change your mind and participate in the online sections. Okay, so things that every new graduate student needs to know. You need to know how to get your buzz card, and I will send you information on how to get your buzz card. I'm not sure exactly how it will work this semester, but typically you go to the Georgia Tech Barnes & Nobles to do this on the 2nd floor. And once you have your Georgia Tech email and ID number, which you should already have, you can go get your buzz card. Parking and transportation, that is across from the Barnes and Nobles, and you can get that. You can either park on campus or you can take MARTA, which is our transportation system throughout Atlanta. Um, and there's the OIT computer account, which I will also send. That will be handled by the Office of Information and Technology. So if you have problems setting up your account, you will need to contact them. And again, I'll provide you with information about that. We have our Georgia Tech Police phone number. So once you get on campus, you will definitely want to put this phone number in your phone or have it handy. Our campus is pretty safe. It's the perimeter of our campus that we may need to worry about. Or if you feel unsafe walking to your car at night, our Georgia Tech Police will escort you to it. And since our classes are mostly night courses, this may be something that you want to do. We do have several holds that will be on your account to begin with. Most are going to be, if you haven't submitted your final transcript, you will need to do that before you can register, as well as your immunization holds. And that's handled through the Stamps Health Services. And most of your holds should have a contact for those. If you have a hold for a class, you're trying to register for a class in the School of Building Construction, which will have a prefix of BC, you will need to contact me. Anything else, such as architecture, city planning, any of those courses, you will need to contact the advisor for those schools. Okay, so when you register, again, email me if you have questions. If you want me to check your schedule, just email me. We have what we call DegreeWorks, which is degreeworks.gatech.edu, which you can see below. That will have your curriculum in it. If you're an MSBCFM student, you will want to go in and declare whether you're a building construction or facility management concentration. If you are planning to do program management or construction management, those are classified under building construction. So you will not choose those we call tracks. You will choose between the two concentrations. And then your classes will populate appropriately once you start taking classes. You will definitely want to read the Georgia Tech Guidebook, which I will also include in that email, and understand our honor code. Basically, do not cheat. Follow us on social media, which Tia handles, and so that will be, you can find all of those on our bc.gatech.edu, which is our homepage. Okay, so the Office of International Education, and I believe Leonardo's still online. He has gone through this personally, so he may have a little bit more information than I do as far as the actual experience. But the Office of International Education, their normal hours are 8:30 to 4:30, and they will have online advising sessions if you need that. And then again, you need to go to the Office of International Education's website. For your I-20, I only initiate it. So once I initiate your I-20, I get your passport and initiate it. Everything else goes through the Office of International Education. I do not know all of the specifics for the rules and regulations of international students. And with things changing every single day, I don't want to give you incorrect information. So you will definitely want to visit them.
Thank you, Laura. Georgia Tech prides itself, like many universities, in having numerous, hundreds, matter of fact, clubs, associations on campus, primarily ran by the students. So our special organization is called the Student Construction Association, the SCA. This is a great opportunity for our students to get involved, connect with the industry, connect with other students and faculty on campus, with other schools on campus, architecture, city planning, public policy, civil and environmental engineering, aerospace engineering. Again, there's such diverse collaborative efforts across the campus. We really value team effort and collaboration in making things happen. You can't build a building by yourself. We all know that. It takes all elements of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, components and things of such nature to get the job done. So these students are challenged and make sure they get out into the industry and are advocates for the community, Hands on Atlanta and Habitat associations and things of that nature, and they stay involved, they stay connected to other organizations and industries. So we invite you, should you come to the School of Building Construction, to be a member of the Student Construction Association. We are looking for officers as well, so if you're on the horn and you're possibly already accepted and know you're coming, please feel free to email me. My email address is right there, and we'll start getting you involved. Laura?
Okay, so for campus bookstores and libraries, again, that's going to be our Barnes & Nobles, and that's located in Tech Square of Georgia Tech. If you're not familiar with Georgia Tech, this is pretty much the main area that connects to Midtown Atlanta. So it will definitely be something that you want to go see. There's a lot of food there, restaurants. Again, with the pandemic, a lot of them will be takeout only. And I'm not really sure how our main library will work. But it is newly renovated, and actually we had some people in our department that actually worked on that. So if you have any questions about those, just let us know. You will be able to log into your Canvas account, which we will go over in more detail later. And that will have your syllabi posted by your professors. So you can get your textbooks there, the ones that you need, the list of what you need. And, you could use Amazon or anything like that as well to get your books. And we do have an Amazon store right next to the Barnes & Nobles, which is a place where you can return anything or pick anything up with the lockers.
Thank you. Dr. Castro.
Yes, thank you, Tia. So I'm very proud of talking about this building, which is, by the way, the school building, and it will be your building once you join Georgia Tech, okay? Our building is called the John and Joyce Cadell building. And there is a reason for the name, is because Mr. John Cadell is an alum of the program from 1952, and he was is kind enough and generous to give us the funding to renovate our old building, which used to be a Navy office and even a shooting range for a while. But then, of course, it made possible for the school to transform this facility. And now I think it's one of the best buildings on campus. I'm not saying it's the largest building, but it's definitely one of the best buildings on campus. It's 10,000 square feet, and if you count the surrounding spaces, probably twice that. But then it's a LEED platinum building. It's the last LEED platinum building on campus after it switched to a new standard. But just to give you an idea, we have been in the building for 5 years, and it became a signature building on campus. We still use the construction documents of this building as a sample of sustainable construction, high-tech construction, just to give you a sense. So in the pictures you will see there one that is has a divider wall. That's called the flex space. It's a very popular space on campus. Everybody wants to be there because it has a lot of natural light. It's a very flexible space. We can put a lot of technology there. Is very fun to be at. All right, and so again, right now there are many other buildings built on campus, and I'm sure Cadell is not the most technologically advanced anymore, but we're very proud of our building, and we look forward to having you there so you can experience it. Thank you, Tia.
Thank you. And then continuing the continuing evolution of the Georgia Tech campus, and Dr. Castro will speak to this as well.
Yeah, so as I was saying, by the way, I mentioned Mr. John Cadell as a example of an alum who came back, and helped the school. So that's another strength that I think we haven't mentioned in this presentation, is the fact that we have very successful alumni, and by the way, many, if not all of our alumni, always try to come back and see what we are doing, and that's very important for you guys as students, because you will see that energy and positive, attitude from our alumni. And by the way, they share opportunities. So if you need an internship or even a full-time job, I mean, our alumni are very well connected in Atlanta and elsewhere. Just to give you a sense of who Cadell Construction, who they are, they are one of the most successful contractors building embassies all around the world. And again, it's an alum from our school, and we have many, many alumni. I think we can count maybe, I think Tia, we're in the 2000s, I think, living alumni right now.
Yeah, it's about reaching at least 2,000, yes.
Yeah, so again, it's a very strong network, and that's something we're very proud of. So as you can see there's a sequence of buildings that are, came online to campus. Number one, you see there is probably, and I have to admit, if Cadell was the best, it's now number second, because this took the first place, is the Candida building. I mean, it's a different type of standard for sustainable buildings. It's called the Living Building Challenge, in which this building has to truly be a positive force for the environment. It has to generate its own power. It has to recycle the water. It has to be able to provide a kind of a living environment for students or for anybody who visits it. The bathrooms, for example, the wastewater is treated, in the building. Something that say, what? Yes, it is treated in the building. By the way, and you will have plenty of chances of visiting the building. They're doing a lot of tours. So it uses photovoltaics in a way that no other building on campus uses. So and again, this building is right now under performance checks for a year. I think it has to prove really what all the plans, something that LEED doesn't. I mean, yeah, we got the LEED Platinum certificate and we have to send documentation, but this building, actually, the Candida building, it has to really prove what the performance is, the sustainable performance. They it even has food places there, so it can generate, technically it can generate food as well. It has, honey and other, bees, that are being kept in the building just for experimental reasons. And that's great. Now, moving on to other exciting buildings on campus. I can spend the rest of the afternoon talking about this. Two is the library. It's a new concept of library that I think is also very pioneering in the world. Is the fact that Georgia Tech had two very large buildings, keeping books as a library. The typical concept of a library. And then Georgia Tech decided, you know what, I think our students will prefer to have these spaces. Yes, still will be the same principle of scholarly, gatherings and try to get information, conduct projects, but then the concept of the library is switched, from being storing books to now keeping people there happy and working on the projects. And by the way, the buildings were moved to a repository, I think it's about 3 miles from campus. And then the idea is to automatically bring those books to campus once open request. And you can still, we can still request them. They're still not automated. They're still, being delivered by trucks. But that's the idea in the future. So if you want a book, you will get it in 24 hours. Okay. And then number 3 there is the CODA building. This is, again, a new concept. This is now in the side of campus that is more into Midtown. So you will see that, next to the College of Business, as all the colleges of businesses are, they're embedded in the city. So this CODA building is a kind of a skyscraper for Georgia Tech standards, right? And then it has, by the way, the longest spiral staircase in the world. And the thing is, Georgia Tech tried to mix here entrepreneurship offices with research offices in very relevant and signature topics, such as, for example, cybersecurity, data analytics, etc. And then you will see that going on there. And then, as students from building construction, I'm sure you will enjoy, learning about the processes for these buildings. Then we have, I think the pictures at the bottom are buildings that are the ones in the middle that are under construction right now. Tia, please correct me, or Laura, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, for example, the Student Center, I think is being under construction right now.
Correct.
Same with number 5 is next to the police station. I think it's the Learning Commons, and 6 I think that's on the engineering side, right? But then those 3 are under construction. Then we have 7, I believe that's the. What is that?
The health center.
The STEM center, yeah.
Yeah.
So for example, 6, as I said, is the new alumni center. Is still, again, it hasn't even been designed yet, but just to give you a sense. And 5 was the Eco Commons, still under construction, and the campus center. I mean, the ones in the middle, 4, 5, and 6 are still under construction. But again, this gives a great opportunity for you guys, so you can be involved in that. You can, I mean, all our classes have projects, and I'm sure they will be associated with some of these projects. That's another advantage we have on this campus that is so vibrant, full of projects that are live, and we can have the opportunity of interacting with them. Now, 7 is the health center. I think it's important to put it there because it's a state-of-the-art facility also for students only, by the way. So it's the health center for students. And 8 is the campus recreation center. Yes, it's a huge building. It has an Olympic pool. And the reason I mention Olympic is because this facility was used in the 1996 Olympics for all the aquatics competitions, diving and swimming. So again, it has also a very meaningful value for Georgia Tech and for the world. I mean, imagine all the best swimmers were here. And this is the facility you're going to use, by the way, and it will be free for you, included in, not free, included in your tuition and fees. So again, you can go as many times, you can swim in the same pool where you have the Olympics, and again, it's state-of-the-art facility. So is that Tia, anything you would like to add? Or
no, it's just the fact that there's always construction going on in and surrounding the campus. Atlanta in general right now is what I call a giant peach tree dish for construction. Just yesterday, I'm out taking photos, and I should have added one to this presentation. And there's 3 major projects in a row going down West Peachtree. So it is an active laboratory, something that you will not find on a lot of other campuses, but that we pride ourselves in. Not only that, but usually at every major project, some of our alumni are working on that project. So that is another golden, like a Willy Wonka ticket for those who stay local that we like to emphasize as well. There's always jobs to be needed and manned in the construction field. So, and that pretty much wraps up the presentation. But now we just want to give an opportunity for you all to ask questions. There's a lot of going on right now, so we want to make sure that while we are on the line, that it's give you a voice to share questions, and hopefully we can answer, and if not, we'll get the answer for you. Any questions? Go to the chat room.
If anybody has individual questions for me, this is Laura, you can always email me, or we can set up a Blue Jeans meeting, just the 2 of us.
Hold on, I'm going to the. No questions?
Let me see, Laura, in the chat. Tia, I don't know. Oh, no, we don't have anything in the chat.
Yeah, just double checking.
Please feel free. Yeah, there's one question there, Tia. Please read it aloud.
Okay, can you give an estimate of the number of students in MRED program versus building construction?
Overall, I think Laura has numbers, but I think they're even right now, right, Laura? Maybe.
Correct. They're probably about even right now. We do have more international students within the Masters of Building Construction, and as you all know, it is really hard to get an I-20 right now because the embassies are not open. I do not know when the earliest you can get an I-20 is. That's up to the governments. And again, that would probably be a better question to the Office of International Education. And I'm not even sure they would know at this point. But we're hoping that students will be able to get I-20s by spring. And you can always take our courses online if you decide to do your courses this fall and just to get an early start.
And let me add something here, Laura, and that's very important. I think this is unprecedented, as you know, not only the pandemic, but also the fact that international students were admitted, but who cannot travel this fall, they can get started. You know, they can take courses online. And so I encourage you to take full advantage of this opportunity because, believe me, I used to be an international student. I didn't have it. You know, I could get started from my own country. And it's great. I think all the courses that are hybrid mode can be selected now, and you can register on those. Yeah. So please talk to Ms. Alger on that, and she will guide you.
All right.
So if you have more questions, please use the chat. If you don't want to talk, that's okay.
Can I add something to what Dr. Castro said regarding studying on the fall?
Absolutely.
Studying on the fall also gives you a great advantage, and it's because most people take a year and a half on their program. So if you're international, studying in the fall means that by the next summer you would have completed 1 year of education. So it gives you a chance to participate in an internship before you actually have to go to the job, participate in career fairs. So there's also the advantage of getting started with the program and being able to do this internship or to do something during the summer and get a job ready for you when you're done with the program.
That's an excellent point.
Thank you, Leonardo. And Leonardo, that's an interesting point, very important. And Tia, please expand on the internship opportunities that the students will have, because that's another strength that we have here in our school, is we provide students with a lot of opportunities for internship. And Tia can talk more about that.
Yes, and that goes along with the career fair that we have. Georgia Tech in general has a career fair for a lot of the schools, but the School of Building Construction has its own, primarily because there are so many firms right here locally that are seeking students, and we want to make sure that we give our students first-class service in our own house, in the Cadell building, by inviting these partnerships and these firms to come and to speak to our students, and for students to meet them and shake hands and find what opportunities and benefits their company has to offer. But generally speaking, our students also have participate in internships at these companies and can receive credit hours as well. And we like to follow up and stay connected. And it's a win-win situation for both, because these companies also see that, gives them, kind of plants the seed that I may want to take advance my career. And, I have a BS in construction management, but, now I have an opportunity to get an MS in business construction facility management. So it's a value add on both sides. And then they're also getting the knowledge from our students. Maybe they haven't been in school in a while, and students are bringing new ideas and new learnings to their company. Our students usually leave before they graduate. They have a job offer in hand and are telling us where they're going to work by the time they graduate. So that is definitely a value add, whether it's local, whether it's in the United States, whether it's in international. there will always be a building that's being erected somewhere, a facility, an airport, a hospital, a university. So it's an industry that remains in demand no matter what. But again, we thrive on our internship program and building that industry network on both ends. I see a question, what is the typical graduation time in terms of number of semesters?
Okay, first off, I want to add on to the internship. The online courses in your own country, if you are an international student, unfortunately will not count as one of your 2 semesters to be enrolled for the OPT or for the CPT as of now. So that may change, I'm not sure. Again, that would be a question for the Office of International Education and what we call our C2D2 office, which is Career Development and Discovery. So just be cognizant of that. And you do have to be enrolled full-time as an international student on campus to maintain your F1 visa, and that's 12 hours. And this leads into the next question of the typical time of terms. So in order to graduate, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can graduate, if you can be part-time. So anything 6 hours or more, up to 12 hours is considered part-time. So if you decide to work, you can also do classes at night part-time. So that's an option for you. We don't have a cohort situation for either of our programs. So if you decide to do full-time semesters, you can do it in 2 semesters. If you decide to do full-time for international students, you must do full-time. A lot of our international students will do 6 hours, 12 hours, and 12 hours, or 12 hours, 12 hours, and 6 hours, or 12, 15, and 3, just so that they can use their CPT opportunity for internships.
Thank you. Okay, any other questions? Well, we thank everyone for their time. We did record this presentation, so we'll make sure that we share it with you all. I will probably house it on our website as well. And if you think of anything later, please reach out to Laura with any of your questions, or the OIE office as she shared. And we hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.